In this video, I'm going to show you how to fix stick drift on your PS5 controller by taking it apart and cleaning it. So with a wedge tool, I want you to remove the front cover just by snapping from the bottom. Once you've done that, we're going to remove the R1 and L1 buttons again, putting your wedge tool in between the two and pushing up, and it should pop out pretty easy. This is going to expose 2 screws on the top, and we have 2 screws on the bottom that we're going to have to remove with a Phillips 0-bit. Once you've done that, snap these 2 plastic pieces at the bottom, which is going to help us open up the controller, and then work along the sides with your wedge tool so we can actually pull it apart, the back plate from the front. This will be a little bit difficult, so take your time. You just have to slowly work your way along the edges. This is going to expose the battery as well as the circuit board and our analog sticks. So we're going to remove the battery by slowly pulling it out. You can also use some pliers as well, just the white part, not the yellow part. Once you've done that, there's another screw we're going to have to remove the same size, so it's pretty easy. And after you've done that, we're going to take this black part off with the connecting wire here. So there's going to be 1 connecting wire you're going to have to remove, as well as 4 other ones that are attached to the circuit board. So take your time, do not rush this. You do not want to rip any of these wires. Once you've done that, we can actually get to the analog thumbsticks here, and we can pull them off pretty easily. Now, this is one of the difficulties with the PS5 controller because you have to fully take it apart. Due to the fact that these rubber bits are so big, you can't actually fix it like the Xbox controller from the front. You have to take apart the whole controller. So once you've pulled off this one, you can take the other one off as well. And now we're going to actually clean the analog stick area. So you'll see there's these 2 sticks here. You want to be able to pull these to the side, and you can either use BW100, which is an electronic cleaner, or you can use duster cleaner to spray into these areas where dirt, dust, debris, hair can all accumulate. So here's a little speed version of me going through and cleaning all these different areas to fix the stick drift on this controller. Once you're all finished doing that and you're happy with your cleaning, at this point we can actually go ahead and put the controller back together. So take your time putting this back together. The last thing you want to do is make a mistake and then have to take it all apart again. So we're going to put the circuit board and analog sticks back. We're going to put all these wires back in place. Remember, there's 4 here, 1 for each corner. Slowly but surely put them back in. Know that they're in properly. Now we can put the battery holder back in place with the screw, and we're going to put the battery back into our controller. So you'll also notice there's 1 more wire here that we have to plug back in. Just take your time doing that. Don't make any mistakes here. And then we're going to go ahead and put the battery back in, and we're going to connect it back to the circuit board. So once you've done that, we can put the back plate on our controller. It should just snap back in pretty easily. And from here, we're going to put the front plate on, but don't snap in the bottom portion because we still need to put those screws in. So put the screws in, you can snap it back in place. Now we're going to do the other side once we finish that. So we've snapped that on. And last but not least, we need to put the screws into the top, and we also need to put the R1 and L1 buttons back in, and they snap in quite easily as well. So once you've done that, you are all done. You should no longer have stick drift on your PS5 controller.